Cancer crabs have the devil and the three of pentacles. Um, you're being very smart and strategic about who it is that you actually choose to hang out with. And that's the key word, hanging out, right? If we're going to go down to another level to give y'all the game, which we are, really what's going to work is hanging out. It's not necessarily about, trying to press the person hard like that and try to be in a date or on a date with them. It's more so about you hanging out. And a lot of you Cancer crabs are able to see through when somebody is wasting your time now faster than ever. And the devil and the three of pentacles represents a lot of people are not going to like that because they think that you're a little bit too smart for your own good. Now, low IQ is definitely not something that Cancer crabs deal with. Y'all are very intelligent. The Six of Wands also is about how, so when you find out that those people are full of it and they're not really being serious, you Cancers are just going to move forward. You're not really going to make too much drama. You're going to just move forward and try to hang out with somebody else. The Seven of Cups and the King of Wands is about, because you have options. So while other people, King of Wands, right, and the Seven of Cups, while other people think of themselves as them being better than you and putting you up underneath a disservice and all this other type of stuff, like you're doing a disservice to yourself. Actually, you're not. You Cancer crabs are really putting yourself in a better position because you're excommunicating all of the people that from your life that don't mean you any good. And that's kind of the point anyway. Why would you want to be around somebody all the time that tries to cause you stress intentionally? So the thing is that they don't seem to understand that by replacing you, they're actually replacing themselves, because they're not even paying attention to that. Maybe that they're the one sinking in the quicksand. You know what I mean? Maybe they're the one that's sinking into this pool deeper and deeper of their own doing without them even knowing that that's what they're doing. Because the Page of Cups represents, here some people are that you were trying to date, but you realize you couldn't, being super judgmental of you, and they're looking for Mr. Right, they're looking for Mr. Perfect, Mrs. Perfect, and there's no such thing as that. No one is perfect. Not me, not you, no one is perfect. So they're trying to play this game like, only God can judge me. That's a stupid game to be playing, because that's how it is that we make decisions. Another name for a decision is a judgment. You have to make judgment calls. People make judgment calls thousands of times every single day. Me moving my eyes is a judgment call. You understand what I'm saying? So the thing about it is, they're delusional with it. They're really setting themselves up because, again, the Seven of Wands, they're actually hustling backwards. They're working backwards. They're not going to get a better individual quite like you. They're going to get a worse individual because they spent so much time being disrespectful and combative and downright difficult for them to actually hang out with you. You felt like it was a power struggle, or you were beginning to feel like it was a power struggle. And what I mean when I say a power struggle is, when when you and a person have each other's number and they don't ever reach out, they don't ever call, they don't ever do anything, and you're like, and they just sitting up there acting like they're better than you, bougie, bourgeoisie, elitist mentality, and you're like, are we serious right now? And they're acting like they're so much better than you, but they're not with anybody. They're not married. They're not in a spiritual marriage. They're not monogamous. They don't have children. They're not sitting up in a $1.2 million house. They're just looking stupid. But it's this ideology that they're so much better than you. And the thing is that the Knight of Cups is about, so you Cancers, you don't miss that, dealing with somebody like that. The Ten of Swords and the Queen of Wands is about, because you've already been through all of that already. You've been through, again, the Ten of Swords, the betrayal, the dysfunction, the disrespect. So now you're the Queen of Wands, a person that has You're taking care of yourself. Much more pride. You have much more confidence, self-respect, right? And you're doing the things that are necessary to put yourself in a better position. So you don't need, nor do you even want someone around you like that who would be stupid. And going back to the devil card, a lot of people are salty. A lot of people are upset about that because it's a situation for you, you cancers, where it's like, there's nothing that they can really do about it but to just be upset and talk trash. you know what I mean? So let's clarify the Knight of Cups. The Six of Swords, Queen of Cups, Page of Wands, right? Queen of Wands. You already have the Queen of Wands. Again, the Six of Swords and the Queen of Cups is about how, like you don't, you know what I mean? You're not going to try to, like, you're not running after anybody. And you never should. You never should. But you're not running after anybody. You're not trying to convince anybody of anything. This is what I'm talking about. All of this nonsense about trying to convince people to do anything. Come on, you. If a person does not understand the value in hanging out with you, Cancer crabs, do not try to have to persuade them. Like I said before, stop listening to people who don't know what they're talking about. You should not be convincing anybody to do anything. If you don't see the value, don't even bother. I'm not going to try to convince anybody to go out with me. So the Page of Wands and the Queen of Wands is about how, but you have a lot of people that are interested in you, and go after the people that are willing to give you a call, willing to put in an effort. Go after the people that show you interest. So you're going to have some people that are interested in you, more than one, but you want to make sure that those people are even into you enough, and they're not sitting up here like they are the Queen of Wands, where they're the ones that's fancy, and they got all this stuff going on, and so many people are lining up to hang out with them. They have plenty of options. You have options too. So let's clarify the Queen of Wands for you. The Five of Wands, the Nine of Swords, the Two of Pentacles, and the Hierophant. At the end of the day, they can play all those types of games with someone that doesn't know any better. But you Cancer crabs, again, going back to the Devil card, you know better. You know that all those games that they play, anyone may play with you, you prepared for that. You know that they're going to be laying in their bed kicking themselves because they know they feel stupid for these goofy cartoon antics that they're trying, like they're on an episode of Looney Tunes. So the Two of Pentacles and the Hierophant is about you Cancer crabs are rolling with divine. Y'all are doing things in divine order, in divine time.